Hey guys, it's Coop from Garage Gym Reviews, and today I'm unboxing something that might be just as revolutionary for the home gym. I'm not kidding, this is gonna get a lot of people mad, but might be just as revolutionary for the home gym as a barbell and dumbbells. This is the Beyond Power Voltra 1. It offers 200 pounds of freaking resistance. Smart profile direct drive resistance that can be attached to any squat rack in this platform, 13 pounds right here. Let's unbox it. Okay, so I've actually been testing one of these for the past couple weeks or so. I want a little bit more time. There's just so much involved in this thing. It's actually somewhat of a simple device, but there are so many ways to use it. I'll put some videos of me using it on the screen just so you can see all the different weird contraptions I've been doing with this. But I'm gonna unbox this. I just wanna say, first off, when I got this, I knew very little of this company. The company kind of behind this, I don't know if it's the company behind this, but basically where the engineering team is from, makes a lot of sense for what this product is. A lot of the people from the engineering team that I'm told are from the company DJI. And for some of you that are out there, that just rings a lot of bells. We actually are using a lot of DJI products now. My mic is a DJI product. They make some of the best mics and drones in the world. And some of their engineers left, started this, and it's a pretty finished product, so let's open it up. First off, for a fitness product, you don't really ever see boxes like this. It feels like a Apple or DJI type experience, like sick looks and just a really nice package. Open it up, and boom, this case is just so nice. Comparing this to opening, this company's gonna catch strays and probably not like this, but compare this to opening the Max Pro, it's just like a completely different ball game. But look at this, this is a foam shell case. This is honestly something that you could use for travel, which by the way, this is what I'll be traveling with from now on. This is how we open it, so you can see it, because it's just, listen, some of you that review tech, this is no big deal, but for us in the home gym game, this is very fun because typically we get a box that's been shoved around a warehouse, thrown in a UPS box. It comes on a broken pallet. I'm just telling you, this is an experience. Listen. I wish fog just came out. Okay, this is the Voltra 1. Okay, let's take it out. So this is the entire device. Now, this is what was amazing to me. This has as much resistance as a Tonal. And if you've ever felt a Tonal, which is the most popular smart home gym that's in the world, it has 200 pounds resistance, about 100 pounds each arm. This combines that into one. This weighs 13 pounds. If you take a Tonal and you move a Tonal, they are ridiculously heavy. Sam can attest behind the camera. They are ridiculously heavy. This is 13 pounds, and most of the weight comes from this replaceable battery right here. This is one of the things that's unique about this. Outside of the ability to have 200 pounds of resistance in one little 13-pound kind of shoe-sized unit. Is this a shoe-sized unit? Yeah, it's a shoe-sized unit, size 12s. This is a shoe-sized unit, but the battery is really what's the heaviest. Once you take the battery out, which is replaceable, I'll talk about that more in the review, then it's even much lighter. But this is designed in such a way that you can use it on racks with their mounts. But let's turn it on so we can see. Okay, so the way you turn it on, you press this once and then hold it down. This is actually the unit I've been using for the past few weeks. Beyond Power pulls the cord back in. You do have to go through an activation when you first get it. They want you to download the app. Here's what I'll say. One of the things that I absolutely hate about a lot of the smart gym tech is it locks you in. With a subscription model, it's actually how they make most of their money. It's the reason that companies like Tonal or Vitruvian sell their product for a similar price or just a little bit more than this, even though there's a lot more involved in those. But here's the beauty of this, and I've confirmed this with their company. There are no plans to lock any of the features on this. You pay a higher upfront cost to have a 200-pound resistance, super well-made unit, but you don't have to pay a subscription fee, which for home gym owners like myself that hate paying like the never-ending death by a million cuts thing, this doesn't have that. Okay, So to unlock it, you place the device in a dock. Before we do that, let me take out the mounts and we'll talk through those. Okay, so even weight the unit, you have to have it on a mount, mounted to something. There's a few different mounts. Actually, there's 3 different. There's a fixed mount, an adaptive mount, and then this sliding mount. I have been using all of them. It's actually very well, like, this is the thing with this. This does not feel like a Gen 1 product. That's what's amazing to me, and I'll talk more about this in the review, but this does not feel like it's something just like the first thing that comes out. This is something that is so freaking refined. It honestly has blown me away, all the way from the unit to the mounts themselves. So these can be used for either 5/8" holes or 1" holes. They just send you 2 different adapters. This one I use in my rack, so I just replaced it. The way it works is you attach it on here, you want that mount on the front, and then you lock it in. This can slide up and down. There's a pop pin on the side, and then when you untighten it, there's just this back knob to tighten it in. So adjust it up and down, lock it in the hole that you want, and then lock that in. And then we can attach the unit. All right, so on the back here, this is motorized as well. Basically, you put this in, and then you'll hear it like suction cups, essentially. These expand out and they lock in place. Satisfying. Okay, now it's locked in there. There's like no side-to-side movement. It's completely locked in, and now you can use it. There's 3 different modes. Again, I'll walk through all this stuff if you'd like to see it. Make sure you subscribe and check out the review in the future. But we have a weight training mode, which is what you would think. It's resistance all the way from 0 to 200 pounds. You can adjust both the eccentric and the concentric load to change, which is something I've been asking Vitruvian to do for a long time. Basically what that means is you can set it so you have 100 pounds coming up and then 200 pounds going down. You can lift more in the down motion, in the eccentric motion. So it just allows you to do things and manipulate your workout that you cannot do with fixed weights. Also, it's 200 pounds of consistent resistance, vastly different than what you're using with a stack or something like that. You can set your resistance, there's your eccentric and your chains. You can also track the velocity. There's a lot of different modes on this that are like newer, and I think just that people are trying to figure out what you can use them. But a lot of people like tracking velocity on barbell movements because it'll basically tell you how fatigued you are or how powerful you are. You can do that with this as well. And then they also have a resistance band mode, which basically, as you can expect, farther away you go from the attachment point, the heavier it gets, the closer, the lighter it gets, and it's quick. Then a damper mode, which is to simulate basically running. The cord on this goes 9.5 feet, so it allows you to basically run out and feel like you kind of have a parachute if you want to do some more dynamic sport type training movements. Okay, so something I wanted to show, and this is hard to show on camera, but just kind of the difference between a barbell and this. This is Brandon. He's a very strong lifter, but still weaker than me. Today, I'm gonna show him how to actually use this. He's never used this. He kept asking me questions. I'm like, this would be great to show on camera and you guys can experience it too. This is their travel platform. What's your max deadlift?
Like 425.
Okay, 425. So we're just gonna place this in here. You can hear it lock in. Okay, it's ready to go. So we'll select weight training. This is one of the beauty of it, is just how quick it is to use. All right, so we'll just start. I'm just gonna start with 100 pounds. Okay, and all you're gonna do is just like you would with a deadlift. There's actually a little basketball court on there, it's kind of cool. And you're just gonna do a normal deadlift.
Okay.
Okay, so feel it up and down. Okay, so let's go up. One of the things that you can do with this is you can increase the eccentric. So I'm gonna do 100 up, 50 down. So it's gonna be 100 up, 150 on the way down. All right, now on this one.
Yeah, wow.
Feel it load?
Yeah,
Feel it load?
wild.
You can see how quick, like it's so fast. A lot of these smart trainers aren't that quick either. And then it like wants to yank it out of your hands. Okay.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So let's do, we'll just max it out. We'll go 150 up, 200 down.
That's wild.
Isn't that
dude.
cool?
That's awesome. Yeah, that's
Okay,
sweet.
so let's just do 200 total, so you can feel it. All right, so he's a, what did you say, 425 max deadlift? Okay. So how does it feel compared to like a barbell?
I mean, it's balanced.
Yeah, and it doesn't like, there's no momentum used.
Yeah.
It's all consistent all the way through the rep. So some of you that are like max lift, like 200 pounds isn't gonna be enough. They sell 2 of these. I don't really see this as a total replacement for a barbell, but for RDLs,
Yeah.
but for like all those accessory movements, and you can manipulate the eccentric, nothing like this. Ridiculous. If I had 2 at my house right now, I've got my feet mounts, so I could put one on each side, and I've got some video of me doing like chest press. You could put one on each side, attach a barbell, and you could use press with it. Try curls with it. We'll just do 95. Okay.
Is that going to be
No eccentric.
Okay.
There's no eccentric on it.
Okay. That's crazy.
I know. Okay, now let's turn on the eccentric. This is the fun part. So you did 95 without an eccentric. So we'll come over here. We're just gonna add 30. So you're gonna come up just like normal, and then actually let's go heavy. And what I want you to do, because this is, when I tried the $40,000 ARX machine at Ursa, this is what was interesting. They could manipulate the load on the eccentric that literally you had to use all your might and you could not stop it. So I'm just gonna do some heavy on this. So you do 50 extra.
Okay.
Basically, you just want to try and hold it as long as you can.
Okay.
Right here.
Holy cow. That's nuts. All right, here we go. Try it again. Wow.
Nice. Isn't that crazy?
That's nuts.
Let's see if I can do it. Oh. Yeah, ridiculous. Also kind of unsafe if you think about it. There is an assist mode on it. Okay, stay tuned for the review. One thing that's cool about this that I can already see is they have carabiners. Sounds like a pretty basic thing. Carabiner really matters because many of the companies that are on the market today are creating ecosystems that you have to use their attachments for. This one, use a carabiner that you can attach to any of the attachments that you have. Very simple, put it on here and it's ready to go. Now there are other attachments you can use. There are other mounts too. This is the adaptive mount. Honestly, this is the mount that I've been using the most. They have ones that screw in permanently that are a little bit cheaper. They have a sliding mount, this mount, and then also a bar mount. This is the one that I think is honestly the best because it's just very quick. It's a screw drive with a collar, so you can put it on quick and then tighten it down. It just works really well. Then there's also a travel platform, which honestly turns this kind of into an X3. So anybody that's ever used X3, like the band system that's actually really popular, this allows you to use this unit like that. So if you're doing heavy pulls, things like that, or you want to travel with it, this works well. And they also have some carbon fiber bars. These are actually really well done, great bearing. Like this is what's blown me away. These people have done a lot with materials. This is not just some like fly by the night company. Like they know what they're doing. And you can just tell from the fit and finish. In fact, the shell that's on this is a magnesium alloy. So it's just like a really light material, but a really strong material. There's really not that much plastic on here. There's some, but most of it, it's just made to last a long time. Now, one thing that is unique about this, and I'll talk more about this again in the review, but the app does only work with iOS. So if you have an Android, it's not gonna work supposedly. They told me they have it in works, but I've heard that from other companies and they never come out with it. So we'll just see if they come out with it. But for now, unless you're an iPhone user, like you probably don't want to get this. Although you can still use it without an iPhone. The reason having a phone and an app is nice is you can set up on the unit. Like I was doing leg extensions the other day and I wasn't able to like reach behind and press it. So in order to do it, I just had my phone and I click load the weight and it will load the weight from your phone just very quickly. Okay, so this has been a snapshot. There is honestly a ton to talk about here. I kind of want to just show you what it is, the unboxing experience. And then here in about a week or so, make sure you subscribe because it will be coming out soon. I'm going to do a full in-depth review comparing this to Tonal, to Vitruvian, also compare it to like other resistance methods like barbells and things like that, and let you know if it's worth the cost because it is pricey, but truly, there's really nothing on the market like this. This has like been blowing my mind lately. Okay, this has been Coop from Garage Home Reviews. I will see you next time. Peace.